On the theme of recreation, have you ever noticed that when you get a coin or jump on an enemy, part of the music drops? In my last video, I automated the process of extracting all the assets from the ROM. Most people's remakes don't implement the sound faithfully, like the original NES. The NES only has 5 audio channels, and those 5 audio channels handle everything. You have 2 pulse wave channels for the melody and harmony, a triangle wave, a noise channel for percussion and drums, and a sample channel for sound effects. And the thing is, there's no separate audio bus for sound effects, so the music and sound effects are sharing those same 5 channels. When you collect a coin, the coin sound actually takes over one of the music channels for a moment, and that's why the music kind of hiccups when you grab a coin. Now, if you see the discrepancy between 5 or 4 channels, the NES has 5. The game only uses 4 channels because the last channel is PCM, which allows a wave file as a sample. This was not used much because the storage on the NES is very limited. Ghostbusters has an infamous example, and it's been compressed to death. Since it's not used in Super Mario Bros. At all, I omit it. So what I need to do is get those channels into Godot as separate audio tracks so I can control them independently and recreate the same behavior. Getting each audio file in each channel was a challenge though. One way of storing data for NES games is with NSF files, which is the NES sound format. Anyway, I found this very old tool called VGM Wave, and it can take an NSF file and export each channel as its own separate wave file. Instead of getting one mixed audio file, I can export 4 individual wave files, 1 per channel, which is exactly what I need. I ended up with about 125 megabytes of wave files, which is kind of a lot, but it did work and it synced right. However, in my script, I automatically pipe FFmpeg to convert it to OGG Vorbis, so it's about 8 megabytes total now. But it wasn't perfect at first. I did have to fix a few bugs here and there. And now it works. Now you know why the melody drops out, because the sounds are literally stealing the channel. The original NES does the exact same thing because it has no other choice. And that change is what makes my remake sound much more authentic. So here's the original sound compared to the Godot remake. It's pretty close, right? Now, is it not interesting how these performance-saving measures that they had to do on old hardware can be expensive to recreate on new hardware? But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Being able to toggle individual channels on and off and hear what each one is doing is something you just don't really see. And the channel isolation was a fun problem itself to solve. If you want to try yourself, I have a GitHub link in the description for the source code.